Hi, my name's Mark and welcome to Membership Websites. So today we're going to look at H1 and H2 just within the hero section of the website. I find, again, when I come across Brilliant Directory websites and people are on about SEO and they're really struggling with it. And then what happens is I go to the website. The first thing I do is look at some of the language that they're using in terms of within the H1 and the H2 in the hero section. So we're on this website here. This is just a demo website. It's not got any theme or anything in particular. So we're just going to make up a theme. So this website is going to be about pet care. Let's just do it about pet care. And we'll do it about pet care in the United States. So at the moment, we're displaying a H1 title in this hero section. This is just a default one. It's not using a H2, but we'll put in a H2 as well. And it's really important to make sure that all your pages feature one H1 title. So every page that you create on your website should have a H1 title and only one. Now, you can have multiple H2 titles and H3 and H4 within them H2 sections, but you should have at least one H1 title. Okay, so we're going to do this about pet care in the United States. So this is a H1 title. Now, if this was all set up as a pet website and then somebody entered the best website to find members, you know, that isn't related to pet services at all. So this would be a very bad H1. We've mentioned that our location is the United States. So when we're writing a H1 title, we should consider our target audience. Who is it we're targeting? Are we targeting the world, the whole world, the worldwide? Are we targeting just the United States? Are you targeting the United Kingdom? You know, what area? Are you targeting a location within a state or country? So you targeting New York, for example. So think about who it is you're trying to reach and make sure that you incorporate that into your H1 and H2 title, particularly within your homepage. But you should always be doing this, thinking about your keywords that you're using and stuff like that. So if we're going to be a pet service website, our keywords are going to be pet and services, pet services, and also we're covering the United States. So if we're covering the United States, then one of our keywords is going to be United States. We're going to get a location in there, a location, what our website is about, which is pets, and what we're delivering pet services. So when you're thinking about what your website is and what you're going to be providing consumers that are visiting your site, you need to make sure you build that into your titles. So let's go in the back end of the website. We're going to go to settings and design settings. We're going to go to the homepage tab. And we're going to go to the primary hero content. Now, this is where the information is in terms of the H1. So we see this as a H1. And then when we go down here, we can see that we've got a H2 as well. At the moment, it's not being used on this site. We're going to use it just to practice using H1 and H2 titles. So we're offering pet services. Our members are offering pet services to people in the United States. So what we could do is we could change our H1 or set our H1 to trusted pet services and suppliers across the United States. So we can save that just by pressing the green save button, and then we can go back here and refresh the page. Trusted pet services and suppliers across the United States. So the keywords that we're using there, we've got in that we're trusted, our members are trusted. So we need to make sure that we incorporate that and put that through the site. How are our members trusted? If we're using words like trusted, what are we doing to make sure that we're picking trusted businesses and they're registering with us, and we are carrying out checks to make sure that they're a genuine business, that they have the insurances that they need, and that they provide legitimate services. So if you're using trusted, back it up, support it. So trusted pet services and suppliers. So we've not stopped at just services. We're going to include suppliers, because in general, pet services will incorporate suppliers. It will give us a bigger group of potential members that we can pull in, that may offer pet supplies of some description across the United States. Yeah. And you can break that down. You could just put in the United States, or something like that. You don't have to have a cross. So you can make it, because a lot of text there, but I think it's the right amount of text for what we want. Now, when the website loads up and we see that there, so it's a big bulk of text because it's so big. So what we can do is we can adjust the font size that we're using. We can see it's using 68 at the moment, which is huge, really. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop that down to 42, and I'm going to make it extra bold. So I've made it smaller, but I've made it stronger in terms of the weight of the text. So we're going to refresh that again. Trusted pet services and suppliers across the United States. Now, if I landed on somebody's website that was offering pet services in the United States and I seen a title like that, I would think to myself, right, well, we've not even got through the website yet. I know that the website is about, I know what area the website covers, because it's telling me in my loading window. I can see it without even scrolling. It covers the United States. It's on about trusted pet services and suppliers across the United States. It's really important to think about your keywords. Think about the name of your site as well. So if, for example, the website was called findpetservicesandSuppliers.com or something like that, then you would make sure that you implement that domain name as part of the title, or think about what your website is going to be about first, and think about some of the keywords, the primary keywords from what it is you're trying to create, and build it into your domain. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the H2 now. So for the H2, what we're going to do is we'll put in search pet services and suppliers in New York, Washington, Texas, and you might have a select few states that you mention. I'm not too familiar with the United States. We'll put New York, Washington, Texas, and other states in America. And then what we're going to do, we'll set the font size to 20. We're going to select, we'll go extra bold on it just because we've reduced the font size so much. We'll save that, go back here and refresh, and you see that there. No, I don't like the fact that this America's dropped down and it's there on its own. So we've got a couple of options. We could increase the font size, or we'll just change the content width. So we'll up it 5%, and that will be just enough potentially to pull America up. There we go. Okay, so trusted pet services and suppliers across the United States. We've got a location in, we've got our keywords, pet suppliers, services and suppliers across the United States, and they're trusted. Then there's an action, search pet services and suppliers in New York, Washington, Texas. And what that's doing is that is emphasizing the fact that we cover the United States. We're just echoing it, but just in a bit more detail. And other states across America. If you noticed, I missed America off here. So what we've done is we've put America down here, but United States up here, because people will search different things. So you're trying to cover all the angles. And that's a H1 and a H2 title. And I would say that's relatively optimized in terms of SEO. It's a good, strong H1 title, and we're echoing some of the information from the H1 within the H2. And when we're making titles on our page now, the rest of the homepage, we're going to echo some of these keywords. We're going to echo things like pet services. We're going to echo things like pet suppliers. We're going to use the word trusted, and we're going to detail what we mean by trusted. Why are these trusted? And we're going to be echoing the location as well, so the United States, but we're going to break it down into different states within America as well. Now, what you might do as well is you might hyperlink some of these states that you're listing as well. So where you've got New York, you might link that to a search page for New York. Where you've got Washington, you might do the same. And various states that you're mentioning throughout your homepage, you might hyperlink and start building your internal links to help with your SEO. So I hope you found that video useful, and thanks for watching.